train a car trip and you start to feel a little bit queasy in your stomach, I have something for you today with Dr. Mark Legere. It's so good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I haven't seen you in months.
It's been a while. I've been on the road.
I know, you're so busy.
I've been on the road, and actually, that's a perfect segue into the Reliefband.
Yes.
So Reliefband is drug-free, FDA-cleared device helping people suffering from the nausea, vomiting, associated with motion sickness, morning sickness, and chemotherapy.
That's incredible.
As I said, I was on the road. I get really bad car sickness, really, really bad car sickness, and so does my wife. And so we were looking for something that was easy and effective. And when we found the Reliefband, it was a game changer. It was a game changer for our car rides. It was a game changer for those amusement parks. It was a game changer for the flights, where the first thing when I would get on an airplane, the first thing I would do is, where's the vomit bag?
Yeah.
Because I would get so motion sickness. And so when I found the Reliefband, it was something that was effective, and it really changed the way that my wife and I were able to experience the summers and our road trips.
Well, and this is what you're getting. So it's an armband. This is an FDA cleared, I want to say that again, FDA cleared digital therapeutic device for use in the treatment of nausea due to motion sickness, morning sickness, car travel, plane travel, train travel. But this is a non-drowsy answer to a horrible situation for so many people. No pills. And you can add it to your existing regimen. So you get the band, you also get the two kind of the little gels to help when we put it on.
Yeah, connectivity gels, it helps actually attach kind of the device to your wrist. And so what happens is you're going to put it on about a pea size of the gel, and you get 100 uses of this gel. So it's going to last you a real long time.
Okay.
And then you're going to put on the device, and you're going to press the button, and what you should feel is like a little bit of a tingling. Right?
Yeah,
you have it on right now.
I have it on.
Right, and it feels like a little tingling sensation. But what's actually going to happen?
It's like this.
That's
it's really nice.
So what's going to happen is that tingling sensation, when it's activated, now I'm going to put on my doctor hat here.
Okay, hit it.
So what's going to happen is it's going to travel up what's called the median nerve. Now, doesn't matter what the nerve's called, but it's going to travel that signal that you feel in your fingers, travels up your arm, up that nerve, and into the portion of the nervous system that triggers that nauseous feeling, what's called the vagus nerve in the stomach.
Wow.
And so this has a very specific signal that turns off that vagus nerve, that turns off that nausea, that retching, that queasy feeling that you get. And as a sufferer of motion sickness, in particular when I'm in my car, this can be used before, and here's the big one, after. After you start to feel sick, because many people, you have to prepare for a trip. If you take some of those medications in preparation, you start the day before and you start to prep. But if you don't take those medications before, and you start to feel sick, the ship is already pulled out of port. It's too late. With the band, it actually can work after the fact. So you start to feel sick, you can put it on, and you get results very quickly.
Now, Dr. Mark specializes in full body pain, so he is here representing. We actually have the inventor in-house today. He's behind the scenes today, but this is Reliefband. I went looking, and I Googled, I watched videos of folks that weren't paid for their testimonials. I was watching their videos. This is a beloved solution to a horrible problem. And the horrible problem specifically that we're referring to, we actually have a list of how this can help you that we're going to pop up right now. It's on 4 easy payments of $37.50, but this is an FDA-cleared digital therapeutic device that gives you relief from conditions associated with car sickness, seasickness, air sickness. How about virtual reality? My dad was in simulators a lot as a helicopter pilot. He was always sick in the simulators. This would have been great for him.
And the one on there, it's road trip season and the amusements, right? When I was getting motion
roller
sickness,
coasters.
It was a very expensive ticket into a park where I watched people ride rides, and it was terrible. And so when I found this, I really wanted to put it to the test. So I gave it to my wife. Now my wife gets terrible car sickness. I mean, she can't look down at her phone for more than about 10 seconds until she feels sick. So what we did is we took her on a car ride into Philadelphia in stop-and-go traffic over Easter weekend. That stop-go, changing lanes, it's the ultimate test. My wife is a teacher, and she graded papers the entire trip. It was a 45-minute trip from our house to our aunt and uncle's house, and she did it without feeling any nausea. She couldn't believe the results. So it now lives with us in our car.
And I'll tell you, I never get motion sick, but I said to Dr. Mark, I want to wear it because I want to see what it feels like. It feels like somebody's doing this on my finger, and that's it. That is it. Nothing hurts. This is where the magic is. That's what I wanted to show you. You put a little dollop of the gel on your wrist. Probably we just find our pulse point. And
you find your pulse point.
And then we want to secure it. You don't want it to travel up and down your wrist. But I have to tell you, I don't feel a single thing in the rest of my body. But what I do feel in my heart is how excited I am for you that this is now available at QVC. We are seeing this FDA cleared technology for the very first time here at QVC, and we weren't able to bring a whole bunch of these for the entire day. So when you see those 4 easy payments of $37.50, don't just think about whether you get motion sickness or not. Think about if you have somebody in your family who's suffering from morning sickness. How about from the side effects of chemotherapy? How about from an amusement park trip that they recently went on that they know they're going to go again later on this summer? This is the answer to that question, where you don't have to pop a pill and you don't have to take it the day before. Have you ever taken a pill the day before and then your flight gets canceled? Now what? I mean, this is that solution to a problem for so many. I know my sister was very car sick growing up. I know that the lady next to me on a recent flight was violently ill and wildly embarrassed, even though it wasn't her fault. So this could be that solution for so many of us. Questions for you.
Fire away.
This is rechargeable, so I get the USB cable. I just use my own brick that I already have if I want to charge it in the wall,
You can put it in the brick, you can put it in your computer. It charges in as little as 45 minutes, and it lasts for 18 hours. I mean, that's basically a flight from New York to Hawaii. Right? And that's going to last you the whole way. And you'll know that it's working when you feel that tingling sensation. It shouldn't be painful, but the tingling sensation in the hand also means that that sensation is what's traveling off the arm, and it's doing its job.
This is incredible. So where can it work? Can we take a look at that list again? So when it comes to car sickness, we went across the top row. Car sickness, seasickness, air sickness, virtual reality sickness. But what about the bottom row? Morning sickness too?
Morning sickness too, because all of those, the sickness that you're feeling in all of those situations are all with the vagus nerve.
Okay.
Right, so when that vagus nerve is stimulated, there goes the I don't feel so well feeling, and that is a very uncomfortable feeling. And for any of you out there who actually get motion sickness, you know it's about to get ugly, because those symptoms are terrible. But chemotherapy, that's terrible. I mean, that's something that a lot of people suffer from, the postoperative pain and then the amusement parks. But I want to talk about the other clearing that we've gotten with the device is with the antiemetic medication that you might get after surgery. So that's the medication they give you to help with that nauseous feeling. This is cleared to be able to be used in conjunction with that. Because sometimes people don't like the feelings that they have with that, and they're looking for a more drug-free alternative. The Reliefband is that to them.
So you get the device, you get the charging cable, you get the 2 conductivity gels. Can we run that animation one more time that shows how this works? Because you mentioned the vagus nerve.
The vagus nerve is around the stomach area.
Like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Unfortunately, when the vagus nerve is stimulated, what's in Vegas around it doesn't go for long. So Dr. Hat back on. So what this is a little nerve. It's called the median nerve in your hand. Everyone has it on both hands, and it's going to go up the nervous system, and it's going to trigger this called the dorsal vagal complex. And the dorsal vagal complex sends a nerve or the sensation down to what's called the vagus nerve, and that's that nauseous feeling. That's that fluttery motion in the stomach that starts to be uh-oh, I'm not feeling good, and you will do nothing. You will stop at nothing to be able to relieve that. And when as little as a few minutes with the Reliefband, you press the button, you feel that tingling, and you know that help is on its way.
Thank you, Dr. Mark. You know what? Bringing this FDA-cleared technology to us today, we did not bring a huge amount in, so continue to place your orders. Think about those members of your family that could use this summer. We're wrapping up on V35731. It's the Reliefband 2.0 drug-free motion sickness and nausea relief band. Always good to see you.
Great seeing you.
You know what? Still to come in Sunday Morning Q, we have a 1 day only. This is the Air Cloud